August 16th, 1945, and we have breaking news on the war with Japan.
Hi, I'm Joe, the lead anchor, and Japan finally surrendered after a couple months and long fighting.
They surrendered after the bombing of the first bombing was Hiroshima, which killed about 66,000 people from the initial explosion, and there's rumored to be more.
Yeah, the next bombing was in Nagasaki, killing 39,000 people on initial explosion.
And there is rumors to be more deaths to come in the hundreds of thousands from radiation poisoning. Harry Truman was the man who ordered the bombing, and he decided to go with the bombing because there was to be an estimated 1.7 to 4 million American casualties and up to 10 million Japanese casualties, and he decided that this would be a better way to save more lives in the end.
The 4 bombs that were made by America were called Little Boy, which was the first bomb, and Hiroshima that we dropped on Japan. And then the second one was Fat Man that we dropped on Nagasaki, killing 39,000 people. And then the third gadget was the one that we tested to see if they actually worked in New Mexico. And then the fourth one doesn't have a name, it just goes by bomb number 4.
So the first bombing of Hiroshima was on August 6th, and before that we asked for a surrender from Japan, which they gave no response to, and they knew we would come at them with force. So after August 6th, after the first bombing, we waited 3 days, and they still hadn't surrendered, so we bombed Nagasaki. And then after that, Russia declared war on Japan as well, and Japan surrendered on August 15th.
All over the world, people were in awe of the technology and power that America had. And I think that Truman actually wanted that, and that was another reason that we ended up nuking them, is to show that we were powerful and to scare the other countries.
There are rumors of the USSR having their own nuclear program, and people all over the country are in fear of the new arms race with nuclear weapons. And in Europe, there is the battle with communism starting, and hopefully that will not escalate into another world war.
Now to an interview with Lucas Edmondson and some Japanese dude.
Thanks, Joe. We're here with Minister Mamoru Shigemitsu to discuss the effects that the atomic bombs had on their country.
Hi, Lucas.
So, Minister, how did the dropping of our atomic bombs affect your country?
Well, Lucas, we lost many innocent people from these 2 bombs. We suffered almost at least a total of 129,000 lives, a total of 90,000 from Hiroshima, and at least 39,000 from Nagasaki. They were truly devastating days for our country.
Wow, that is very scary. How do you think these casualties affected the U.S. as a country?
I think it affected them greatly. The bombing of Pearl Harbor was an unexpected disaster for your country. We started this and should have expected the worst for what we did to you. Many Americans believe the revenge was unjust for our country. Our surrendering of World War II led your country to success.
I agree with that. Why do you think it has changed the U.S.?
I think it changed because it will lead to success. Many Americans supported what they did, but many Americans didn't. The 418,000 lives lost in World War II for the U.S. overall, 129,000 lives lost from the bombs of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. The U.S. gained a victory from these bombs, but lost many soldiers' lives doing it. These men fought hard for their country.
Do you think the bombing of Hiroshima and Nagasaki were justified? Like, do you think that they were morally right?
Personally, no, I do not. Japan had no allies at the time and were already suffering from previous attacks. The bombs destroyed both cities and almost destroyed their whole Navy force. I don't think it was morally right to kill thousands of innocent people for the sake of a victory of a war.
I would have to disagree with that statement, but unfortunately, that's all the time we have today. Thank you, Minister, for coming down here to the U.S. for this important interview. And yeah.
Thank you for having me.
And this is Lucas Edmondson signing off.